Today, I'm going to show you how to monetize your audience on Instagram. Regardless of if you have 500 followers, like one of my students who turned that into over $15,000, or if you have hundreds of thousands of followers like my other student, Ollie. It's the same principles that are the difference between a broke influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers and someone with literally a few hundred followers that's making tens of thousands of dollars. And those principles I'm going to share with you today. So take some notes. Also, on the topic of monetizing your audience, I recently had my friend Adrian Brambilla on my brand new podcast. He sold over $20 million online through blogs and social media, and he shares all of those secrets in this episode. So once you've finished watching this video, I highly recommend you have a listen to that later on. I'll link it down below. It's on Spotify, Apple, all your favorite platforms. Anyway, let's get into the video. Making money on Instagram is simple. It's no different to any other platform or medium. There are two key variables / levers that determine how much you will make. Firstly, you have the offer that you are promoting to your audience, and how good or bad that offer is will definitely help determine how much or how little you make. And secondly, you have the quantity / quality of the traffic that you are sending to that offer. Of course, there are other little things like how well you convert those people, how strong the connection of the brand is between those people, etc. But they tend to fall into the second category anyway. And then there are things like what industry you're in, but that again tends to fall into the first category. Now let's first discuss the offer. There's a lot of offers you can use to make money, but some of them are going to be considerably more profitable than others. Now, by far the easiest two ways with the lowest barrier to entry is going to be selling promotions on your account as well as affiliate marketing, both of which are where you're simply being paid to promote someone else's product or brand. In the way of promotions, you're getting paid per post. In the way of affiliate marketing, you're getting paid a commission on the sales that you generate. Now, if you take on more responsibility in this situation, i.e. you don't want to get paid per post, you want to get paid based on the results you generate, there is potential for you to make a lot more if you have a quality offer and a quality audience. So by taking on that added responsibility of not getting paid a base retainer and just getting paid based on performance, it gives you the potential to earn a lot more. And if you can't deliver the results to these clients, then you probably should fix that first. Now, these two strategies alone is how we currently monetize Millionaire.Dream, because it's a brand that I own that I don't run. I have other people that run it, and we just want a simple way to monetize the account and make anywhere from a few thousand up to $10,000 a month from it. And we do this through selling promotions and affiliate marketing. Now, if you want to increase this income further with a better offer, you want to do what Naval Ravikant talks about in his tweet storm, which is titled, How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. He says, fortunes require leverage. Business leverage comes from capital, people, and products with no marginal cost of replication. So how can we apply this to Instagram? Well, you can either build some sort of product or service that uses the leverage of labor, as he mentions. This could be some sort of e-commerce store where you've got people running it for you and you're promoting the store in your bio. This could be some form of agency where you're bringing on clients and using the leverage of labor to fulfill those services. Because now by doing that, your income is no longer tied to the amount of promotions you can run. Instead of getting paid $100 per promotion on your page and being able to do one promotion per day, which maxes out your income at $3,000 a month, which is a great income from an Instagram account, don't get me wrong, but if you want to increase that, you could sell a service for $1,000 a month. And maybe you have someone fulfill that service, bringing in the leverage element here for $500 a month. If you increase your client base by 2 clients every single month and you don't sell any promotions, you make this your sole focus, yes, over those first few months, you're going to make less. You're going to be making $1,000 profit the first month instead of $3,000. But after 12 months, you've now got 24 clients and you're making $12,000 a month because you've leveraged having people work for you. Now, the other option is to look at the second part of this tweet. Products with no marginal cost of replication. This could be doing something like setting up a membership site, creating an ebook, selling a course, or anything along those lines, maybe making an app, where again, your income can be exponential. It's not tied to the amount of posts that you can make. It's exponential. Whether you have one person inside of your membership site or 100 people, it's still taking you the same amount of time to create the content for it. However, it can scale infinitely. So the easy offers that are like the low-hanging fruit to start monetizing your audience is going to be selling promotions and affiliate marketing. If you want to apply a bit more leverage to increase how much you're going to make from your Instagram, you can look at starting an agency, building an e-commerce store, creating a membership site, or one of these things here where you're applying some form of leverage to the offer. It's no longer just one post on Instagram. It is a membership site that has unlimited amount of people that can join. And there's nothing wrong with selling shoutouts, by the way, because like I say, I use that to make a lot of income. But if it was my main thing, like if that was my one and only Instagram page and I had to maximize it, I probably wouldn't be doing that. Now, regardless of whether you go down the route of selling shoutouts, affiliate marketing, building a membership site, having some sort of group coaching offer, building an app, or whatever it is that you might be doing, you want to keep in mind that the more value you can bring, the more you will likely make. Now, what I mean by this is if you build up a page giving away tips and tricks on digital marketing, you could choose a low value offer to promote, like an ebook that teaches people the basics and the fundamentals of digital marketing, which might cost $10, and you sell that. And if you can get 100 people a month to buy that, so 3 people every single day, you can make $1,000 a month from it. However, if you wanted to go higher value, you would bring more to the marketplace, and you might provide a fully done for you service where you run a business's digital marketing for them. You handle their SEO for their websites, you maintain their Facebook page and their Instagram profile, and you run some Google ads for them. This service, you might be charging $3,000 a month for. And so even if you only get one client in that first month, you've now got 1% of the customers, but you've made 3 times as much because you've gone for something of more value. You just have to make sure that you actually deliver on it. So whilst you're charging a lot more, make sure you simply just deliver enough value. If you can charge a business $3,000 to handle their digital marketing for them, and you turn around and make them an additional $10,000 in profit, obviously it's worth it. You're bringing them a ton of value and charging them a small percentage. So that's the other thing you want to keep in mind with your offer is usually, generally speaking, the higher the value of the offer, the more you will make in general. You will make more from selling a $1,000 offer than a $10 offer, assuming the $1,000 offer is actually worth it. Now, one tip that Adrian Brambilla had when it came to building and monetizing an audience online is something that he actually gave in the podcast interview, which, like I said, link below, listen to it after, is to actually build your offer before you build your audience. So rather than aimlessly posting content and then trying to come up with an offer that fits that content, instead, if you were to look at it like, I've got this skill, I can build this offer, or maybe I found this offer, which is really good, some sort of affiliate offer, and you can then become an affiliate, build the offer, whatever it might be, and then you post content centered around that offer, and you can generate a really targeted niche audience that naturally progresses to purchase from you. You can actually make a lot more, which if your goal is to make an income, make money, that's probably the better way to go about it. Rather than just building up a big account, posting random quotes and getting it to 100,000 followers, but not really having an offer, you would be much better going really specific, finding a really good offer, creating content around that, and maybe that's a couple $1,000 offer that you might make a few $100 to $1,000 in profit from, and you can just generate a few of those per month, and you're all of a sudden at a full-time income. The offer itself and the sales strategy behind the offer is more important than the size of your audience. So it does make sense if you're trying to maximize your income to work on the offer first, but many of you have probably already built an audience, so you sort of have to look back on it. Now, once you have your offer dialed in and you have a great offer that is worth more than you are selling it for, and ideally is high value, it's time to look at how you can increase the amount of people that you can get to that offer to obviously increase your income. Now, like I just touched on the point that Adrian made on the podcast, one of the best pieces of advice that I can give you is to make sure that your content is congruent with your offer. So it should be highly related. You shouldn't build an audience in a niche and then have an offer that is unrelated. You should try and have the two very similar. If you're selling a program on how to build muscle in the gym, all of your content should be educational content around how to build muscle. It should be about what exercises to do. It should be about routines to keep. It should be about what food to eat. Might even be about what stretches to do to warm down and warm up your muscles. But it probably shouldn't be funny videos about gym fails, because that's not really relevant and it doesn't really lead to the sale. Whereas if you educate someone on exercises to do to build more muscle, and then they start getting results from that, who do you think they're going to be buying from when they want to take things to the next level? Obviously the person that's given them that. And this goes for literally any niche. If you sell makeup, show people how to use your makeup. Show people short tutorials of you putting the makeup on, of how it works, different looks you can create with it, etc. If you sell a marketing service, create educational content around how to do those things and show results and case studies of what you've done in the niche. And when people see these strategies working for your existing clients, they will often hire you to implement them for them. So by simply making your content centered around your offer in that same niche, serving those same people, ideally on a similar line of thought, you're going to get a lot more conversion. And having this approach, a good quality offer with some element of leverage, targeting the highest value that you can bring to the marketplace, coupled with content that is highly relevant to that offer, it is a recipe to do very well. To give you a real life example, let's take a look at one of my students, Shakur. His offer is helping chiropractors get more customers through Instagram. And the way he helps them is either through one-on-one consulting or through done for you services, as opposed to something like an ebook, which means he's picked the highest value. Rather than, here's a short ebook that'll help you, it's I'll work with you one-on-one to get results, or I'll actually do it for you, which is considerably more valuable, which helps him make more. And because you can get results, like if you can help a chiropractor get 30 extra leads in a month and they spend $100, that's an extra $3,000 that you've generated them. And those clients might come back, future months to that chiropractor. So the lifetime value of them could be through the roof. So it's very valuable for the chiropractor to have new clients, obviously. So Shakur has a solid offer. Now, to generate customers, he puts out content that is highly valuable and specific to these people. So when they discover it, they feel like it's made for them, because it pretty much is. And they learn a lot and they benefit a lot from it. They can also see that he's getting a ton of results for other similar businesses, and that increases the thought that he can help them too. And so they get some value out of it. They might learn a few things that they can implement for free. And then when they want someone to do it for them, they simply just send them a message and they are almost pretty much sold. Because his content is so specific to his offer, he doesn't need thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers to make an income. Yes, maybe that would help, but you only need a few hundred targeted followers in the right niche posting the right content with the right offer to make a full-time income. Because like I used with the example of putting out content teaching digital marketing, if you're charging $3,000 a month and you've got 300 followers and 1% of them turn into customers, that's $9,000 a month. That is more than you need to live off. So having a targeted offer, which is highly valuable and ideally with a bit of leverage to it, targeted content, which attracts a targeted audience, do that and you will explode your income through Instagram. If you need help implementing this, if you're a business trying to get more customers through Instagram, then you can book a discovery call with me down below. We'll see if you're a good fit to work with us, and we'd love to help you absolutely crush it like we've done for many of our other clients and students. Also, that podcast with Adrian is linked down below. I highly recommend you go and listen to it now. There's a ton of insights in there that he has given that'll help you. That's it from me. See you all next time.